The health of the Irish people is in decline, and we are doing it to ourselves, but we all have the power to change. In this series, a crusading team of medical experts invade 6 different households with a simple message: prevention is better than cure. Dr. Nina Burns is a passionate advocate of families taking control of their well-being.
We don't need doctors to keep us well, we need healthy lifestyle.
Dr. Sinead Burns' mission is to reverse the steady decline of the nation's health.
The future is not looking bright unless we do something pretty dramatic.
And fitness guru Professor Niall Moyna is on a personal crusade to get the country moving.
We think we have a problem right now. We have no idea what's coming down the track.
A week of scanning and screaming will reveal what's really going on.
That's why we're here today, to see what was that shadow.
And the cold, hard facts will come out in the consultation room.
You won't be around to see Brooke go off if you don't change the way you're living.
They'll then be given 8 weeks to turn their lives around, forming new habits and trying to resist temptation.
She's convincing Noah to take a cake.
These households are faced with a life or death decision to change the habits of a lifetime under the glare of a doctor in the house. Under medical supervision this week is Debbie Mason, her partner Peter, and their 2 children, Ryan and Luke.
I am 29 years of age. Ryan is 8 and Luke is 5. And my partner Pete is 30.
Wait!
Pete, he's a sweet tooth.
Is that the bedroom?
A fridge full of sweets in the bedroom.
I'd wake up during the night and start having a fizzy drink, a bottle of Coke.
And he always feels the cold, he just be tired as well. And then he's got his teeth, they're not exactly in the best. Woo!
The front 4 are only the tops where the root is. It's basically there still now at the moment. Everything else is more or less knocked out.
That's a very, very bad example.
Ryan, eat up. It's going to get cold now, come on.
Can you get another plate?
No.
Debbie has also become concerned about 8-year-old Ryan.
Dinner. It's not easy.
4, please.
I have to go out of the way and cook something different for Ryan, because he's a very fussy eater.
Stop talking and eat up. You haven't even touched the pasta. Sometimes it does be an absolute battle. We're nearly ending up having World War III at the dinner table. Come on, Ryan. You've got to get ready for football.
And habits are formed so early. I mean, they're already have developed bad habits. It'd be very hard to change that.
Coping with challenging situations isn't always easy for Debbie.
I have depression. There's days where I could be fine and then all of a sudden get into like a slump where I'm just like, oh, I just kind of like just want to stop. What animal is that?
Tiger?
It's a lion.
No.
You know, I just want to sit down or just go back to bed and just stay there.
2 years ago, Debbie had a severe mental breakdown when she hit rock bottom.
It got to the point where I literally didn't want to kind of be continuing on. I did want to go, basically. I just wanted to give up kind of thing.
Through medication and family support, Debbie managed to get over the worst of it, but she still battles day to day.
You can put a smile on and say you're okay, but inside you're screaming at times. And that's the hardest thing when you're, well, you don't look sick. And you're like, well, I'm here. You don't know, you know. It is a hard one. I'm hoping that the doctors can show me other ways of how to manage like my depression and mental health.
Having heard Debbie's cry for help, the doctors arrive in prosperous County Kildare to meet the family face to face.
Hiya. So are there any illnesses that run in your family?
My mum at the moment was diagnosed there 2 years ago with throat cancer.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
From smoking.
And what age is your mum, Peter?
She'd be about 67.
She's young, really.
What is your goal after 8 weeks? What would you like to get from the programme?
I said, be able to do more with it. I said, do more things with the boys, like, as in, have more energy with them.
I'm in the wrong body, like I'm in an older person's body, and it's like I'm not even 30 yet, and I feel like as if at times, oh my God, like, You know, I should be able to do this. I should have the energy. We've got 2 young boys that we want to, you know, to be role models for. Because if we don't start now, we'll never do it.
The health screening begins with a top-to-toe exam on every member of the household. For the next week, the experts will monitor their daily habits and carry out a wide range of tests that will reveal the truth about this family's well-being. First, Professor Niall Moyna fits accelerometers to measure the family's activity levels.
This is an accelerometer, so I'm going to ask you to wear this halfway in between your knee and your hip with the head facing up.
So what do you think I'm going to see in there?
Nothing.
Nothing. Not the snot. Cough.
No.
No. So let's have a look. You've got that little rash on your face, don't you? The only thing, I guess, is he does seem to have a few patches of ringworm, which is a fungal infection in the skin. Totally treatable, but it'll need cream for 4 to 6 weeks.
My gosh, there's a big party going on. Good man. Oh yeah, you're a real gymnast, aren't you? He's actually quite petite for his age. He seems like in stature like a younger child. So I would be a little bit worried about his growth, his actual physical growth. Good, yeah. From a mental health point of view, she was put on an antidepressant medication, and that has been weaned down after a period of a whole year on a high dose. She still has days where she's good and bad, you know. I think we can help her a little bit more. I don't think she's fully there yet. Can you put hands just behind there? Great. So we're just going to start by looking first and saying, do things look symmetrical? And they do, okay. Using the backs of your hands, we'll start from the outside and we'll work our way towards the nipple, okay? So we're just going to start here, checking for lumps, and have confidence in your own ability to find something, because most of the time it's people presenting with a lump themselves. So just check there for lumps and bumps. Really important to check under your arms as well.
Next, Dr. Nina Burns examines Peter.
Your stomach okay? Any pains in the stomach at all?
I get pains now and then because I suffer from IBS. During the night I could wake up with just double up in pain, and it could last me 5 minutes, it could last 2 hours.
A normal bowel motion should be the consistency of toothpaste and the size of a banana. Would you have normal bowel motions at all?
Same thing, I could go a few days without going to the toilet, and then I could just be in there for the whole day then, more or less.
How often do you brush your teeth?
It would be very rare.
Really?
I came to the stage where it's just they've got so bad I kind of gave up on them.
So would we be talking like once a month you might brush your teeth?
Probably.
Dental hygiene is not just about the cosmetic appearance of your teeth, it's integral to good health. You can get bacterial endocarditis, which is an infection of the valves of your heart, purely from pure dentition. The bacteria can get into your gums, travel in your bloodstream and cause a very serious infection.
Dr. Sinead begins the week of observation by going with Debbie for the weekly grocery shop.
The fact that Debbie isn't driving to the shops is good. So whenever she does get out, you know, she has to walk, and that's clearly every step helps. And the club orange,
That's Pete's.
Pete's. He likes the chocolate and the sugar.
You know, he'll finish a whole packet of biscuits.
Wow.
Or else
Is he
sometimes-
addicted to sugar?
He would say he probably isn't, but in all honesty, yeah.
Debbie, what do you have there?
This is what Ryan will live on.
He'll live on them,
Yeah.
Ryan.
I would like him to try something else, but
He'd turn up his nose to other things and go for the chicken dippers.
yeah, if the chicken dippers were there, he wouldn't have anything else.
And you've a peaceful life if you give him the chicken dippers.
Yeah.
Huge amount of processed foods. I don't think I saw any vegetables. She was meant to be shopping for dinners for the week, but I didn't see a lot of raw ingredients for dinner. I saw a huge amount of food that is a real temptation for her.
The following evening, Dr. Nina arrives to observe the evening meal.
So you cook 2 dinners every day?
Most of the time, yeah. It was nearly after his 2nd birthday, he got a really bad chest infection. And ever since then, that
He
was
was
it.
very finicky.
Very finicky. It's 6 years now that he's been like this.
One of the first things that struck me when I first saw Ryan is how pale he was, and I can see why now. I'm really concerned that he has absolutely no iron in his diet.
Ryan, you like carrots, you can have a few.
It's tough. Well, sorry, I don't know football.
Why doesn't Daddy not have carrots?
Because there's carrots in this.
Carrots in mine.
It's hot.
5-year-old Luke has no issues with food, but still gets the same limited dinners as Ryan.
Come on, eat up.
I'm full.
Eat your carrots, please.
Full.
You're not full.
I am.
He won't even eat broccoli. He put it into his mouth and he'll be nearly gagging. He'll be making himself sick.
Does he actually vomit after certain foods, Debbie?
Yeah, if he tries something new, he would get sick afterwards. He'll like, you know, dry retch, or sometimes he would actually bring it back up.
So he'll gag kind of right after he swallows it.
Yeah.
But if I'm used to it and I like it, then I won't.
This has to change because Luke is getting to an age, give it another year or so, he's going to start just wanting the plain food. He's going to see that Ryan gets away without eating carrots, etc.
The following morning, Dr. Sinead arrives back to find that Debbie isn't having a good day.
I feel overwhelmed.
And do you ever feel kind of tearful?
Yeah.
You know, she has good days and bad days. That's very typical of someone who's suffering from depression. And I just noticed she wasn't even looking at what she was eating. It was just hand to the mouth, completely mindless, not even enjoying what she was eating.
Because you're not allowed 2 things. Well, too bad.
The boys come home from school and head straight for the goodie press.
But I think Debbie is inclined to probably just give in to that because she probably doesn't have the energy to fight it.
Dr. Sinead has referred Debbie for a full psychological assessment to work out a treatment plan for her mental health.
1 in 4 people who visit GPs do so to talk about or to ask about a mental health challenge.
I was 27 when I had a nervous breakdown.
Okay. Describe to me a little bit about what a nervous breakdown was for you. How did it look?
Feeling like lost in one sense, like I didn't, you know, what's going on, what am I doing wrong, why simple little things I couldn't manage, like how was I not able to switch off, why was I letting things get in on me, like.
But I think people have a perception that there's nothing can be done about it, or if you're going to be depressed, it's for life, or you're going to be on antidepressants forever, and that's not the case. Depression is very treatable. There's a number of things that we can do and consistently support you. So it could be a bit of meditation every day, some yoga another day, exercise, stuff about your diet, and you follow that along with the support of myself and the other doctors. You should come out of this feeling that you can function at a maximum level.
Meanwhile, back in Prosperous, Dr. Sinead's observation continues.
Peter, did I just see 3 heaped teaspoons of sugar?
Yeah.
What would be the most number of cups you'd have a day?
8, 9, 10.
And 3 spoons in each of them, 3 heaped ones of sugar?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's good to know. But you love the Club Orange?
Yeah.
The full sugar one?
Yeah. Everything has to be full sugar. Don't like no added sugar and stuff like that. It's not taste the same. So kids go to bed at 8 o'clock. I could be up until like 1 o'clock watching TV.
So that could be 5 hours, like on and off of watching telly.
Yeah.
Drinking the Club Orange.
Yeah.
Eating a bit of chocolate.
Yeah.
Coming up, Niall pushes Peter and Debbie to their limits.
You want to stop here?
And Peter hears some home truths in the consultation room.
That shocked you, yeah?
Yeah.
For the past week, Debbie, Peter and their children have been under medical observation. Now, the family have been summoned to Professor Niall Moyna's HQ to find out more about their physical condition.
Very unfit.
Probably a little under average.
It's going to be a challenge.
Height and weight measurements are taken to calculate Peter and Debbie's body mass index and to plot the boys on a growth chart. Next, Debbie and Peter undergo a DEXA scan to assess the amount of body fat versus lean tissue mass. The VO2 max test is a complete measurement of fitness levels and cardiovascular health.
Now you're gone.
At the ages of 29 and 30, Debbie and Peter are expected to put in a good performance.
6. 6. Good man, Peter, that's good. I would expect him, certainly his aerobic fitness, to be average or above average. He doesn't seem to be carrying excess body weight. Now, whether that is lean tissue or fat mass, you know, that'll be interesting to find out. 6, 7, 8. That's good. Drive with the arms now, Debbie. Good girl. Want your best effort now, Deb. All the way to the end. That's it, Peter. Okay. Yeah, recovery, yeah. So how do you feel after that?
Tired. Legs a bit jelly.
He scored average. I thought he may have been a little bit above that, so I would be expecting to see a substantial improvement in his aerobic fitness.
I've seen Mommy walk like that and Daddy, but I haven't seen them run that fast.
That's great work. That's good, Debbie, all the way. Okay, keep it going. You want to stop here? You want to stop? Okay. When was the last time you think you exercised as hard as this?
Oh, probably a long time ago.
Certainly there's evidence there that she's accumulating body weight. Her fitness levels are less than where they should be. So unfortunately for Debbie, she has huge room for improvement.
The medical experts have the information they need. The family has been summoned to the consultation room. After a week of testing and observation, they are about to discover the truth about the state of their health.
Debbie and Peter and the two boys are certainly not in a good space at the moment, certainly in relation to their health. Very, very poor diets, lack of activity, very sedentary lifestyle. It's something obviously that they've really got to tackle, and they've got to tackle it immediately.
To begin, Dr. Nina has the results of Peter's blood tests.
I wasn't expecting great things. Your iron levels are low, which I wasn't surprised at looking at what you eat. Your vitamin D levels are also low, and that's really important for your bones and your general health. But for me, the real issue was your sugar intake, you know. So we calculated that you're eating about 90 teaspoons of sugar a day, right? And the recommended sugar intake for a man is about 8 teaspoons a day.
I think it's a lot of sugar, all right.
Does that shock you, yeah?
Yeah.
Because it shocked me, I'll tell you. And you talked a lot about your irritable bowel, that you get these pains, that you double up with the pain. So I really do believe that this sugar is playing a big role in your symptoms from your irritable bowel. But I suppose that the big thing we have to talk about is the effect of the sugar on your teeth. You know, that's your dental x-ray, and you see all the kind of black area around those teeth?
Yep.
That's all infection in your gums. If you have bad dental health, it actually is a risk to your health in general. You can get a very nasty infection in your heart that can, you know, kill the valves in your heart, purely from poor dental hygiene. In today's world, there's no excuse for not brushing your teeth.
Dr. Sinead has been analysing Debbie's blood results.
Really, the most concerning thing out of all your bloods was that your fasting insulin level was actually very high. Now, that was quite alarming, to be honest, to see that. I didn't expect to see that. By the way you're eating every day, you're actually making your pancreas create more and more insulin just to keep your blood sugar levels at a normal range. And when your pancreas is repeatedly working so hard, eventually it just gives up the ghost. We did a calculation on you, and actually I can confirm that you are insulin resistant. So you really are a step away from being a type 2 diabetic.
But Debbie's biggest concern is for her 8-year-old son, Ryan.
We were all worried for Ryan. Ryan's bloods came back normal. I'm not letting you off with that because I think that's down to the fact that you were giving him vitamins. Luke came back low in iron, and iron is obviously an extremely important mineral. It helps carry oxygen around our body, which is essential to every cell for its growth and health. And these are growing children, so iron is a really, really important mineral, and he's just not getting enough in his diet. But we were surprised when we weighed and measured them. There's 3 years between them. Ryan is 8 and Luke is 5, but there wasn't that much difference in their height and weight. That needs to be kept an eye on. I really hope that Debbie is up to the challenge. She's had difficulties with her mental health recently, and she's going to need to get strong mentally to be able to take this on. And, you know, Peter's going to need to support her. They're going to have to work as a team in this.
Debbie, like, managing depression is not something that you can kind of just say, tick, it's done, it's dealt with. It remains with you. Our plan is to help you get out of that cycle. And there are a number of really effective, proven ways in order to do that. Mindfulness is like an incredibly powerful, effective tool. In fact, it's been proven that it's as effective as being on long-term antidepressants in order to prevent you relapsing back into depression. There's a particular thing that I want you to be aware of. There's an app that is a wonderful app called Headspace. It's about retraining your mind to think differently and to feel differently about everyday experiences.
Finally, Niall has compiled the results from the tests in DCU.
Peter, your BMI was in the normal range, but I'm afraid that doesn't mean that all is well. And the recommended body fat range for a man of your age is between 15 to 18%. Your body fat is currently 24%. I'm pretty sure that this is due in large part to the amount of sugar that you're currently taking in your diet, and it's something you're going to have to address. And Debbie, the news is not good for you. Your BMI would place you in the obese category. 50% of your current body weight is fat. And we have to get that down to at least below 30%. And if you take a look at the screen here, this is your steps during the day. And you take around 7,700 steps, but you don't move enough throughout the day. And we have to get that step count up to above 10,000 on a regular basis. And your fitness test results currently rank you in the bottom 10%. So 90% of women your age are fitter than you are, for your age and gender.
And Peter, a big part of going forward for the family is leading by example. You know, the kids know that you love your sugar and your treats. They know that you don't look after your teeth, you know, and that's not a good example for them. They want to become you. You know, and you have to face up to that. Would you agree with that?
I'd say so, yeah. It's not the best example for them at all. Wouldn't be.
A bit kind of in shock. But
Shocked by the same way I kind of knew most of it was coming.
yeah, you know, we kind of had an idea, but I think a little bit naive and a little bit in denial about it.
For good mental health and to prevent type 2 diabetes, Debbie needs to follow a healthy meal plan, improve her fitness, and practice mindfulness daily. In order to protect his dental and cardiovascular health, Peter needs to practice good dental hygiene, cut out sugar, and take regular exercise. It's day one, week one, and Debbie and Peter are still coming to terms with their doctor's orders.
Give me lots of popcorn, Bob.
We'd be turning into popcorn, yeah. But it's a small bag now, that's the thing. It's portions as well. The diabetes thing now, that was a big wake-up call for me now. God, like food and portions. I'm nearly classed as obese, but like, you know, overweight, and I'm sitting there going, whoa. And Ryan.
Ryan's favourite part, managing a fussy eater.
Yeah.
The doctor's orders also contain a dietitian's plan to tackle Ryan's fussy eating habits.
Seeing Ryan's growth and height on the charts, that was a bit kind of shocking, you know, because there wasn't really much between him and Luke. Like Luke's 5 and Ryan's 8. Everybody eats the same meal. Yeah. There's no more making different meals anymore. It's introducing him to what we're all eating.
Don't get into a row about it. That's going to be fun.
If the family are going to be able to adhere to their 8-week plan, they are going to have to get rid of the temptation.
These are not just a temptation for the boys. They're a temptation for Pete, myself.
It's going to be real challenge for me in particular.
It's going to have to go. Throw these out, really. They're not even opened. Ah, here. Oh, just so tempted just to open it. Oh, gee, it's gone. That was hard.
Just gonna check and see.
Coming up, Peter faces his fears at the dentist. Round 2 at the dinner table. And the family receives some unexpected bad news. Peter and Debbie have 8 weeks to improve their unhealthy lifestyle and the nutrition of their 2 young boys. 2 weeks in, Debbie is out exercising every day and she has eliminated the temptations.
Now I'm like sitting there like munching carrot sticks and celery sticks. The first few times I was like, oh Janie, I can't do this, and it's horrible, but that's it. It's like once I started doing it and got into it, it's a new habit, and it's just like, ah sure, you know, grand, I'm fine.
As for the healthy eating stuff, that's all changed. Like, I've cut a lot of sugar out of my diet, a lot of biscuits, a lot of junk food as such. Like, everything's being replaced. Like, it's water now at night time instead of Club Orange, and it's a healthy lunch and more.
I thought we had peanuts.
You've ate them already.
Almonds.
Oh, you like them?
Brazil nuts.
Oh.
They're just the same ones.
They're the same ones. They do miss the treats. I'm not buying them anymore. So that kind of makes my life a little bit easier as well, because the fact that it's not there, they're not hounding me for it, it's not turning into a little bit of an argument.
For the past 2 weeks, Debbie and Peter have been following a plan to improve fussy eater Ryan's diet.
Every second day we all have the same meal. There's no in-betweens, there's no me cooking something else. He is now trying it.
I like every second day when I get what I want.
See how this goes. This is Ryan's equivalent of the stir fry.
What is that brown stuff on my carrots?
It's not brown stuff.
Yeah, there is.
What are you doing, Ryan?
It's your fault.
Don't puke. Just stop it.
Every time
Ryan.
I don't like something,
Can you just ignore him?
The plan advises no snacking during the 2 hours before dinner. The plan also says not to argue about food.
Chicken.
Come on, how do you try your chicken, Ryan?
That's it, Ryan. You're not one for getting a treat.
It advocates setting a target for the child to eat at least half of the meal.
You said I don't need to clear the whole plate.
You're not eating it.
Started it.
I
You
have
took one at a time bit of rice, Ryan.
to.
They have also been told that everyone should stay at the table for a maximum of 30 minutes.
Why do the carrots taste so much different?
Because of different ways of being cooked.
Ugh.
But it looks like this task will be more of a marathon than a sprint.
Well, this is Ryan's attempt at his chicken stir fry. So,
As part of his doctor's orders, Peter has to attend the dentist, something he has been avoiding up to now.
My mum went to the dentist there about 2.5 years ago, and she was to get tooth pulled out, and it turned out then that she was diagnosed with mouth cancer. So that just basically threw me off the dentist. I already had a little fear of them, but that just gave me a bigger fear.
How about that there?
No pain, no? No. Excellent. Anything on that there? Yeah. What about this one? Less so. The key thing with sugar is how much you're taking and how often you're taking it. So sipping on Club Orange, what you're doing is you're just providing constant sugars and in fact acids, okay, right throughout the day, all right? So essentially you're just soaking your teeth in acid for the entire day. That's sensitive. Just... The overall picture is a lot of damage done, but that doesn't have to mean that you lose all your teeth. You don't. All right? If you're committed to actually dealing with the issues that are causing the disease, you do not have to lose all your teeth.
Finally, Peter receives a parting gift.
Never before used, not unlike the one in your bathroom.
4 weeks into the 8-week programme, the family have suffered a terrible loss. Peter's mother, who was diagnosed with throat cancer 2 years ago, has sadly passed away at the age of just 67.
You know, it's scary when it's somebody that's close to you and that you know, care about. Nobody prepares you for that.
I'm so sorry to hear about that. How have you been coping?
Hard. Sleeping, and I'm not great sleeping.
It's only normal that your sleeping pattern goes AWOL, you know. You need to take exercise. Now more than ever, you know, Peter and Debbie and the family, they need to embrace the exercise. You know, he needs to certainly use that as a coping skill and to be able to kind of talk about it. And I think that will really help them get through the weeks and months ahead.
Tonight, Dr. Sinead will provide some extra support at the dinner table.
I think you need to make it clear just from the start that he needs to eat at least half, and if he's hungry later, he gets the dinner back again. That's his option. Yeah. So just to be firm and be consistent. You're the boss.
That's it, yeah.
No, you're fine.
Brian, you've 20 minutes. I'm not asking you to clear the whole plate. That's what you're getting. You take it or leave it. You won't be getting anything else afterwards. Okay? So if you are hungry later on, you can finish that off. That's it. It's up to you now.
It's actually in fish wings.
What's it, I'm sorry again, like anything else for me.
Would you remind Ryan that there's 5 minutes of dinner time left and that there's going to be no food later on this evening?
So come on.
It's nearly 4.
It doesn't matter. I said it's 5 minutes.
Go on.
For only weeks?
Debbie, just keep your head and don't get drawn in, as we said. 2 minutes left, and that's it. So guys, I think the time's up for dinner, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it, all done for the day.
Where's the movie?
Yeah. So, Debbie, well done. You kept your cool, you kept your head, and you're consistent through the whole thing, and that took a lot of patience. But that is the way forward. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take probably over a year. But I think already she's kind of put down firm ground on this. I think she's going to win the battle.
Coming up, Debbie and Peter take time out for a show, but they aren't the only ones watching. And the doctors deliver the final results. Debbie, Peter and their family have been following an 8-week programme to radically improve their health. With the sudden death of Peter's mother, things have been tough. But now, 6 weeks in, Debbie has found new ways to deal with life's challenges.
The app that I have, the mindfulness, which is just taking 10 minutes out of my day to sit down and think back and meditate. And it's literally the best 10 minutes that you can, you know, do.
Tonight, as a treat for all the family, Debbie and Peter are bringing the children to a pantomime. They are almost at the end of their 8 weeks. If Peter can resist the sugary treats at the show, then the odds are that he really has kicked the sugar habit that robbed him of his smile.
They're going to be sitting in a box, and the box is rigged with cameras, so we'll be able to see every single move they can make. So if they decide to indulge, we're going to see it. see they've already helped themselves to treats. Debbie has popcorn, so has Peter, and so do the boys. So, pretty healthy, I have to say, to have done that.
As the interval approaches, so does the moment of truth.
Want anything for the second interval? We have everything now actually at kind of a good price. We have the drinks for €1, the ice cream for €1.
Oh dear, looks like they're going to purchase.
€1 for one drink now, so pick one drink.
The Coke?
They're after picking out a Coke, a full sugar Coke.
Alright, yeah. What's that, Howard?
One of the boys has just picked up an ice cream.
No, that's it. Alright, cheers. Thanks very much.
Okay, Debbie's after taking a good slug of Coke there, full fat Coke.
Debbie may have wavered, but Peter has resisted. It's time for Sinead to make herself known.
Hi guys, how are you doing? Are you enjoying the show?
Oh my God!
You didn't expect to see me here.
Oh,
Well, this was your temptation test, and I have to say, I wasn't happy about the Cokes. Peter, were you intending to drink any of the sugary Coke?
No, I can drink water all day.
You weren't going to take any of their drink?
No.
And you didn't do too badly, okay?
Good.
How do you feel about that?
Good.
Good? So if you think of where this family was 8 weeks ago, Peter was drinking about 2 litres of soft drinks every day. Debbie was eating crisps to beat the band.
This time last month, it would have been like a pack of sweets, pack of marshmallows.
They have come a long way. Like that's a big change in them.
Happy now.
Peter may have proved that he is no longer a sugar addict, but now as the 8 weeks come to an end, it's time for the couple to see if their physical condition has improved.
So I'm hoping there's a bit of an improvement compared to what at the start.
Having had their blood tests repeated, the family get back on the scales to check height and weight. Peter and Debbie have another DEXA scan to see if they have reduced their body fat.
Well, look, if they've bought into the programme, I'd be very optimistic, particularly Debbie, that we should see significant improvements.
Finally, it's time to get back on the treadmill for the VO2 max test.
Very good.
But has Debbie managed to get herself out of the bottom 10% when it comes to fitness?
Come on, Mom. Go! Numbers are still going up, Deb. That's good, Deb. You can't go any longer, grab the bar. That's good. Keep it going. Very good. Right with the arms. Excellent. Okay. Just keep walking. Good girl. Keep it going. Well, how'd that feel?
Good.
Feel better than the first day?
Big time, yeah. Big time.
Peter's performance on the first test was less than average. Can he do better today?
Great work. Okay, all right, perfect. Got plenty of time. Okay. Did it feel easier, or did it just about the same as the last day?
A bit hard, actually, to be honest.
There were lots of issues going on in Peter's life that he had to deal with, so it wouldn't surprise me if he just didn't put in the effort.
The final hurdle for Peter is a rather daunting visit to the dentist. Something he has feared since his late mother was first diagnosed with cancer while having a tooth extracted.
The plan is we're going to remove those teeth, and then once they're taken out, I'm going to be fitting an immediate denture. So a lot of pressure, and you'll be aware of that pressure. If there's any discomfort at all or any pain, you need me to stop, you put your hand and we stop straight away. So we'll get them good and numb, yeah?
That's this horrible needle, isn't it, again?
So just open there for now. How are you feeling?
Now that Peter has kicked his sugar addiction, the dentist can complete the work necessary to restore his smile.
Let me have a little look. Yeah, bring the teeth together for me. Well done. Well done. Good. Yeah. You feel like a new man.
Shocked. It feels weird actually smiling now, it does. I'm not as conscious as I used to be.
Peter may have a brand new smile, but now it's time for the family to return to the consultation room. They were given 8 weeks to improve their health, and they are about to find out if they have succeeded.
I think it was a massive challenge for Debbie and Peter to turn things around. There was an awful lot going wrong in their household.
Like, I would like to see that we've improved, like, a big bit, like, you know, compared to what we were, like, at the start and stuff.
Peter was given 8 weeks to save his remaining teeth, protect his cardiac health and improve his fitness and nutrition through a change in diet, dental hygiene and taking regular exercise.
I can tell you now that your vitamin D level has come up a lot higher, much closer to normal, which is great. But your iron levels and your folate acid levels they're still low, so it really is a sign that you need to be eating more fruit and vegetables.
To protect her mental health and prevent chronic diseases, Debbie had to improve her diet and her fitness and practice mindfulness.
Debbie, one ongoing concern for you at the beginning of this whole programme was managing your depression. You in fact did a self-assessment of your mental state at the start of this programme, and at the start you scored 26.8 out of 100. And there very recently we did the exact same test again and you scored 64 out of 100. So you feel good about that?
Yeah, I'm amazed with it.
So Ryan, we're coming to you now. I believe you have been trying some new foods, is that right? Yeah. And I think there have definitely been improvements. I gather that there's just one meal cooked on most days now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is amazing, you know. But I think you're in a much better place mentally to do that now, Debbie, and hopefully dinner won't be the battleground it was, and you'll keep trying new things and you'll get there. Okay, so well done.
Peter, I'm sure it has been extremely difficult for you personally dealing with the loss of your mother, and I would like to offer our condolences as a team.
Yeah.
These kind of life events actually make it very, very difficult to take any exercise, never mind start a whole new lifestyle regime. I think you know yourself that, you know, there hasn't been a large change, but look, totally understandable under the circumstances.
Finally, Niall has the results of the VO2 max test.
The score that you get in that test is probably the best predictor of your overall health and how long you're going to live. And Debbie, you improved by 20%. You have now moved from the bottom 10% for your age. You're now in the top 40%. And given all that's been going on with your family and that you continue, you know, to deal with depression, I think that's quite a remarkable achievement. How do you feel about that?
I'm actually really surprised with that. Like, oh my God, go me. I'm really proud of myself actually, and I haven't felt like that in a long time about myself. I'm delighted.
In 8 weeks, through diet, exercise and mindfulness, Debbie has improved her fitness by 20% and taken control of her mental health. Through reducing his sugar intake and improving his dental health, Peter has reduced his risk of long-term damage to his heart. Finally, Debbie has one more rock to climb, the rock of hell. an 8-kilometre endurance test over obstacles and through muck. The ultimate challenge to her physical and mental strength.
I think certainly Peter and Debbie's future looks an awful lot brighter now. You can see that Peter has grown in confidence. Debbie, her entire demeanour is completely different. And that has to have a huge effect on the whole family, you know, on the boys as well.
Very impressive. I did not think she would have lasted more than 4k, let alone 8k. Like,
We're doing the next one. Big time. Me, a couple of months ago to now, I'm a total different person. Feeling positive about the future and just basically believing in myself more than ever.